Alright, in this video I want to show you guys how to take a messy scan, which in this case looks like this, and turn it into this using the dodge and burn tool, actually. Yes, believe it or not. So check it out. Alright, welcome. My name is K. Michael Russell. I am a comic book colorist, and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video I want to answer a question that I get a lot, which is how do you clean up line art that's not perfect, that's not optimal? You know, sometimes you get a scan, it's not great. In this case, I'm actually going to use a photo of a drawing and clean it up using levels, which I've talked about before, but also the dodge and burn tool. And I'm actually just going to show you guys the lesson from my course that goes over this instead of recording a new video. So you guys will actually get a sneak peek of this lesson, which is from course 2, my second Photoshop coloring course. So I'll put links in the description for that. Check it out. So in the first course, I did a brief lesson on cleaning up line art with levels, and that stuff still applies, but I've learned some additional tricks recently when it comes to that I wanted to put in this as a way to kind of expand on that. So we're going to start with I'm going to go ahead and just relabel this to original so you won't get confused about what we're doing. And I'm going to go down to my levels adjustment. Now, I'm going to start by sliding in this case, we don't want to get anything darker. We want to start on the right little arrow here, and I'm going to drag this over. And I want to drag it over until it starts messing things up. So if I get close to this, you can see that it's actually adding some yellow. So let's do this. Before we do a levels adjustment, let's get all the color out of this. So I'm going to hue saturation this and take all the saturation out of it. Okay, so it's just grayscale now. Let's try levels again. So I'm going to grab that slider. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So I'm dragging it over until it feels okay without getting too blown out. See, that gets it pretty clean, but we've lost all this detail down here at the bottom. You can see how all that's gone. So I'm going to drag this back until we get about right there, which is pretty good. So we've got a couple of problems here though. We've got places where it's too light, where the original was light, so it's made it even lighter. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's some kind of noise and crap in the darkest parts, which that doesn't really look good either. And then also at the top, we've got where it was darker originally, some of that's created some noise up here. You can actually try multiple levels adjustments first. So I've got the one in here, and before I do anything else with it, I'm going to go back to another levels adjustment and see if this does any better. And it's really messing it up more than anything else. It's a little bit better, but every time I slide it over and get rid of it, it's getting rid of some of the others. So that's probably about as good as we're going to get with levels, which is a pretty big improvement, but it's not really what I want. We're going to use the burn and dodge tool. A lot of beginner colorists think they're great examples for coloring because they lighten and darken things. They're really not good for that because they don't really do much with hues at all. But I've discovered they're really good for cleaning up inks. So I'm going to start with the dodge tool. Now I've got this, I'm going to set it completely to white. And it works kind of like a brush. Let me get back to there we go. It's right over here. It's set to the letter O, I think, is the shortcut for it if you want to jump to it. So I'm going to go down to, let's duplicate the original before we do this. So this is dupe original. And I'm just going to turn the original off so we don't ever mess with it. So I'm going to go down to my original now. Now I'm using this, like I said, this is the dodge tool with white. And I'm going to start painting this. And look at what this is doing. It's getting rid of all of the gray, but it's leaving the black. Because on the settings up here, now it's set, the range is set to midtones, and the exposure's at 50%, and this protect tones is checked. That's really important, because if you don't, it starts getting rid of the other stuff too. Okay, so I'm going to protect the tones, and it's going to ignore the darkest parts of the image. Okay. So look at that, completely gone. So I can start kind of jumping around this image with this. And all this little, there's really not a whole lot left on here that needs to be lightened. But even like this little bit that's in here, if I, whoops, let me get back to my tool. If I start painting, it gets rid of that gray stuff, but it ignores the black. And you can touch this up all over and it'll start getting rid of that. So I just love that, okay? I discovered that recently. I was like, oh, I gotta tell my students. Now for this stuff at the top, we're just gonna erase this. Or we could paint it white. It doesn't really matter. Let's paint it white. This is just this is actually the pencil tool with white. So that's gone. All right, so now we've got this light stuff we need to darken. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use Control, Shift, Alt, and E. And what that's going to do, it's going to create a copy of the basically everything, all the layers in one one little layer at the top by itself. So this is basically a duplicate. And one more time, it's hold down Control and Shift and Alt and hit the letter E. It's a weird one. And it'll pop up that little layer there at the top. Because I don't want to work with any of these levels on this anymore. I want to get on top of all this. So I'm going to choose the burn tool this time. And I'm going to start painting over these little sections here. And you can see it's only darkening the gray tones and it's leaving the white parts alone. And so it's darkening up all of this stuff down here without me having to select anything or anything like that. And even in these places here, where those little gray stuff is, back to my burn tool, goes away. This is an amazing technique for cleaning up line art, and I'm shocked it took me this long to figure this out. I actually found a technique from the writer I'm working with, Jim Zub, had done some stuff on this. I was like, oh, I need to throw this in here. Sorry, I keep switching to the brush out of habit. I'm used to brushing with the brush. So there we go. I think that actually looks pretty good. And there's one little spot here in the middle I need to add some white to. There we go. And you can always just jump into the eraser tool if you want to get rid of some of this stuff. But I think that works pretty well. So if you take that and let's do this. Let's group all of these together. Create a mask on the group so I can show you guys the difference here. So there's our original on the right and the new one on the left. So it's a pretty cool technique, right? Yeah, I impressed myself, okay? I impressed myself with that one. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to check the links in the description to learn more about my courses and subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, all that stuff I always ask you guys to do. And as always, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.